This video will elaborate on the rhetorical analysis genre and will help you compose your ad critique. So first off, what is a rhetorical analysis? Your textbook, Writing Today, tells us that rhetorical analyses do a lot of things, but most importantly, they tell us whether a text was effective or not, and they provide analysis to support that evaluation. For the purposes of this class, and probably many others you will take, the word text does not just refer to books and other printed materials, but also refers to movies, TV shows, visual art, music, and much more. For example, in this assignment, you will be composing an ad critique, and the text you will analyze will be an advertisement for a food or beverage product. You might be wondering, why is it called a rhetorical analysis? The study of rhetoric was developed by the ancient Greeks and essentially is the study of how people use language, visuals, and other representations to persuade or convince an audience. You probably learned about the rhetorical situation in your English 101 class when you learned about composing within certain genres to fulfill certain purposes and to address certain audiences. The choices you made in addressing your audience, like which register or tone to use, are rhetorical choices, since they are choices you make in order to better serve your purpose and reach your audience. Whether you realize it or not, you probably conduct rhetorical analyses and employ rhetorical strategies all the time. For example, when you hear politicians speak, you probably not only think about what they are saying, but how they are speaking in order to persuade you to think like them on a variety of issues. You also use rhetorical appeals to convince others in your day-to-day life. When you need a favor, you probably think about the best way to convince someone to provide you with the favor. Both situations require that the person or group must know the audience they are trying to convince in order to appeal to that audience in the most effective way. Rhetorical analyses can be made up of various parts, including a summary of the text being analyzed, the historical context of the text, and the analysis of the text's effectiveness in reaching the audience through the proofs ethos, pathos, and logos. It is really important that the majority of the rhetorical analyses you conduct on an advertisement for this assignment be actual analysis, and not too much summary or historical context. While there is certainly a time and a place to focus on either of those, the purpose of a rhetorical analysis is mainly to analyze. Logos, ethos, and pathos are also ancient Greek terms that can be defined as reasoning, credibility, and emotion. In your rhetorical analysis, you will be discussing an advertisement's ability to effectively use these three proofs to convince the audience of something. For your rhetorical analysis, the text that you choose will be an advertisement for a food or beverage product. You will be creating an ad critique, which is explained in detail in the micro-genre insert in your textbook on pages 158 to 160. Because your ad will probably be visual in nature, you will want to think about how the proofs, logos, ethos, and pathos, are evident not only in the advertisement's text or words, but also in its images, colors, fonts, and layout. This Got Milk ad is using ethos and pathos to appeal to potential customers. The ad uses the credibility, or ethos, of Kelly Clarkson to appeal to potential milk drinkers. The hands reaching for her and the words crowd pleaser implies that everyone wants her. Because she drinks milk, potential customers infer that milk is also popular and cool. The ad also appeals to the emotions, or pathos, of its potential customers by making Kelly Clarkson appear sexy and desirable. This, of course, is a very basic first look at this advertisement, but is more or less where you will be starting in your rhetorical analysis of a food or beverage-related advertisement. If you have questions about the rhetorical analysis or ad critique genres, try re-watching this video and rereading Chapter 8 in Writing Today. If you have questions about the requirements for this assignment, reread the prompt carefully and thoroughly. Regardless of whether you read the prompt or not, you will be graded on all of the requirements listed within it. If you still need help understanding either the genres or the assignment, you can always post specific questions to the Writer's Lounge. When a lot of other students experience the same confusion, I will be able to address everyone's concerns and focus my explanations in the most beneficial way.